Gunned up, brain dead, can't decide. You can't bring up, you can't hide. You can be cool or you can cry. Do it wrong, not at all, or do it right. No one owes you, no one's to blame. Sit for bad genes or DNA. Ask your conscience the why and how. Do it then, do it when, do it now. What's up, sweet cakes? Who's here? Easy. What you gonna do, little buckaroo? Yeah, you gotta do. People is asking now. No, we all can be super fly. GQ, PhD, FBI. You can greet, send them, you can try. Move ahead, lay down dead, or slip on by. When the truth seems so far away, who loves you and Jesus say you need answers for your dismay. To say, ask your mom, ask DNA. What's up, sweet kids? Who's it? What you gonna do, little buckaroo? Yeah, your mom.
Well, yeah, let's go, 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 go. Welcome to episode 16 of No Cap Gaming. We have a fantastic stacked panel here today. We need to repost the room, share the room, get everyone excited and coming in here to say hi. Because we got a fun show tonight. Got some exciting things to go through, and we are basically snacking on fast food gaming chains. So what's that mean? We'll find out. We'll find out as we jump into it. We've got global Web3 gaming value continuing to surge, apparently, even though everything is on fire. And we've got some real drama in the space. Attacking 15-year-olds, is it a good look? We don't know. Is any publicity good publicity? And other painful, annoying questions that we're going to answer today.
It's not a deliberate tie-in to the fact that we're talking about fast food chains and then attacking 15-year-olds.
Well, I mean, being attacked by 15-year-olds is one of my fondest memories of UK fast food chains. Basically going in there at any time past about 10 and realizing that actually instead of a McDonald's, it's a deadly combat arena where you can start a fight by anyone just by looking in their general direction. So that's how we roll. And KFC is also known as the Thunderdome because that's where the best fights happen. Yeah, it's good. It's especially dangerous if you see any ladies in there, because if you so much as go near them, there will be someone who will just teleport into existence, ready to shank you about 18 times in the guts. So and that's how we roll. It's kind of like being in Web3, really. Every time you think you're safe with someone, they literally rug you and take all your shit. There was which chain was it that actually posted a very stunning picture of the dev who rugged them? That was quite a bit of trivia for you. Anyone know the chain? It was Altura, wasn't it? Gaming related Web3, posted a very sexy picture of the dev that absolutely rugged them by putting in a backdoor contract into their token and allowing himself to mint millions of them, sell them on the open market. And yeah, he was just aura farming on their timeline.
God
Pretty funny.
damn, man, that's brutal.
No, dude, it was crazy. I mean, yeah.
There is some positiveness right now in the market. We see in Bitcoin
Mhm.
racing at 113,000, lagging behind
Oh
Ethereum
yeah.
at 2,800. I don't know where it's planning to go, but at least
Sideways.
yeah, as always.
I was about to say,
Never
does
back
anybody
to where
actually
nice.
expect, like,
Mm.
did anybody expect any differently? And I don't mean that in a negative way,
Mm.
but you know, I don't think anybody really expected ETH to moon
I
following
mean,
Bitcoin. I don't know.
why
Nobody I
would
know
it though?
did.
Why would it? Like F is right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
A chain, right? It's like it's the chain that everyone uses. EVM. Everyone uses EVM. No one's rocking F NFTs anymore. Well, they might be rocking them, but no one's buying them. There's no huge collection selling out. There's no sort of crazy ass promises like back in the day. Why would it moon? Like, what would be the point of it? I mean, it's doing exactly what a blockchain's meant to do, which is instead of being store of value, it's being like it's being used everywhere and exchanging value on it and stable coins and all the rest of it. I think that's kind of primary purpose right now, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the influx of RWAs and so many. Actually, I had somebody in Web2 reach out to me about my thoughts on tokenizing real estate and fractionalization, and if I thought it was a good idea. And they had this great business plan. And I was like, it's such a good business plan that a lot of others have had it before you did, and so but yeah, a lot of the RWA that people are using ETH for, I mean, it's doing fine, but price action doesn't always equate to how well something's performing, I guess.
Exactly. Otherwise, gaming tokens would have. No, they did exactly what happened. They should have done. It went down miserably, and that's what we're here to solve. We've got a stacked panel up in here in his house. I'd like to invite some of the people to speak who are on the space. We have a lovely Creon. How's it going, Creon?
Hey, Jim, everybody. It's nice to be here. I missed you guys.
Missed you too.
And seeing Bitcoin coming up. I mean, it has reached 113K. I think it's reaching 115. So kind of excited about that.
that is exactly what we like to hear.
But
Everything
about
green, everything up.
Yeah, but about this conversation, I'm still perplexed. What this gonna be? Why fast food chains? But let's see what comes up.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it's a fun title. It's a fun title. Maybe Grim can share some reasoning behind the madness of this place.
You don't do fast food in bloody Italy. What you can't ask him about this. In Italy, they just eat fresh pizza and vegetables.
Guys, come on, it's a metaphor. So what we've seen today is gaming that's been abused, that's been like fast serving. Come in, play 5 minutes, drop it to the next. And we want gaming that has essence, that people can get behind again and feel like it's a bigger, better ecosystem that once they pick up that game, I want to participate. Like what World of Warcraft used to be, what RuneScape used to be. We don't get that today. Today is like I pick up the game. There is another, dopamine hit, and then it's done. It's finished. That's 15, 16 hours, and you're done. We're playing like an example of that. We got Doom the Dark Ages in the background, and it's a game that lasts maybe 20 hours. After you're done, you probably dropping it unless you want to clock with everything. But these games,
and it doesn't look much better than Gears of War back like 20 years ago or whatever it was. It's like, I mean, the thing is, we've hit kind of like, in a way, peak graphics. I mean, it used to be back in the day when the console wars were happening, like, you can have 8 whole bits and then 16 bits and then 32 bits and 64 bits and 128 bits. Like, that was so lame how we look at it. But now we have all the power to do crazy stuff. And what do? We actually just get really lazy with 3D modeling and polygons. That's all that allowed us to do. And then we make everything really fucking dark. Like, yeah, of course. And this is what I hate about these kind of games is like, they can look beautiful, but they have very linear levels, and it's like these horror games where you are, for no apparent reason, always on fucking cliffs. Like, you don't just, oh my god, like seriously, you're either in a house, an outside section that they do inevitably between any of those houses is some woods which you literally can't leave the path. And it's like, come on, bro. It's been 25 years of horror games. Can I at least walk through the whole fucking woods? Can I at least go to the house and be like, nope, I am not going in there. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to shoot it with a rocket launcher from a very long distance. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a horror game where you actually get to prepare as if it's like, as if you actually know what's going in there. So instead of just being like dragged along by a meat hook and tied to a chair and having to survive from that, it's like, fuck, I know this place is scary. I'm going to nuke it from orbit and see what happens. That's what I want in the game.
Before we get into it, what was for you a game that really spoke to you, that you really felt you wanted to get behind? And it's nostalgia time before we step into what's come in the Web3 ethos.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm not going to answer that yet. I'm gonna allow Marcello from Soulbound to jump up, and then I also want to hear from our lovely Soulforge Fusion.
Times two and pass it to the next guy, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, guys? Happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
Yeah, no, super happy to be here. Are we already at the question, or are we still at the introduction? I'm going to
do both. Intro then question.
What was the question again? I missed the question.
You just phased out while I was ranting. Yeah, no, the question is, what is the game that did it for you? Go back, nostalgia. What's the game that you would really get behind?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think recently it's been World of Warcraft. That always fits. Just been playing some classic, and yeah, man, that always brings the nostalgia back. So just waiting for another good MMO to come out, hopefully. But that's what I've been playing. That's what's bringing it back for me.
It's kind of funny because they had a whole thing with like Asmongold and streamers basically ripping the living shit out of their latest really terrible cutscene. It was just a really, really bad cutscene. It looked like it'd been done in engine with some angry lady with glasses having some sort of like minor argument. I was like, yeah, this is really not the coolest thing.
They've done such a terrible job with retail that it's just gone so bad. That's why all the OGs play that classic now, right? So yeah.
Man,
good times.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. But yeah, I saw it.
Are orcs becoming woke?
Oh, orcs. Well, that one looks exactly like it should be running a fucking bookshop. I swear to God, that orc. Go back to the orc. That orc is running a feminist bookshop where men are not allowed to buy. That is what I get on that. That's the vibes I'm getting. You're just not allowed in the door.
That is some evil stuff. It's like an orc with a asteroid emblem, and you're thinking, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, that's dark. Yeah, not a fan of that. Definitely not a fan of that. Save me from getting my ass cancelled yet again. I want to hear someone else. Soulforge Fusion in his house. What game can you get behind, and also introduce your lovely self?
Hello, everybody. It's the Crimson Caravan. I hope you're all doing well today.
I love you too, Crimson.
I love you too, Matthew. What game I can get behind, like nostalgia? Like I probably just first thoughts, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, gotcha. That was a good one.
It was the first game I ever played that made me cry. So like up to that point, I didn't know video games could move you like a movie or a play could. But there at the end of the first disc, spoiler alert, Eris dies. And like right as she's dying, her little materia falls out, and like the music plays. Like right when that materia bounces off the ground and the music starts, like a fucking tit bag just started bawling, right? So it was this moment I knew video games were more than just Mario. and justice.
Exactly. And also the sense of betrayal that you probably leveled her up quite a lot as well, because she was a pretty useful healer.
The first time playing through, yes, absolutely.
Mhm,
Everyone
mhm.
does.
Yeah. And then, also having like those Phoenix Downs or whatever they're called in Final Fantasy that can revive people from literal death, and then being like, oh no, can no one's thinking to get the Phoenix Down. No. Okay. I guess there's death, and then there's someone really fucking kills you.
It's because she wasn't dead. Dead bodies don't sink, man. Dead bodies don't sink.
Well, I think she just had enough of Cloud.
It's the damn patriarchy.
Oh fucking hell! It started already. That's yeah. Rion, you got hands up, bro.
As you're talking about nostalgic game that I can really get behind. I think I have three in mind, but I think Marvel vs. Capcom. I think it's still, if you played it before, it's something that I really enjoyed, and some Bloody Roar, Tekken, those kind of things. If we can see that, on Web3, maybe. I think we can. I think devs can push that here in Web3, because a lot of people who have money here are actually millennials, or at least the millennial age. That will really play those games that will create some nostalgia. I think it's gonna hit, but I don't know for how long. But it's something that I'd really like to try and want to play.
I just want them to bring out Smash Brothers, but with like heavy betting. Like it's insane. It's like we got Smash and we got like, oh mate, it would be amazing. Just everyone throwing Bitcoin down on these things. I think that's what esports was meant to be. It's meant to have live betting, and everyone screaming about putting all the Bitcoin on people. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, I mean, there were some absolute classic games of and I say the game that I would get behind, the game that sort of most resonates with me, aside from, I always go like one or two ways. It's either going to be like Battlefield 2, or it's going to be Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm going to have to go for the old one, Ocarina, because that, as a kid, blew my tiny mind when I first got out of that like forest stage after, winning against the Deku Tree. And I saw as far as the level of detail would let me see that field. Like that was the first time I'd actually played anything resembling an RPG. I didn't even know what a JRPG was until I was like 17 or 18. But that experience of seeing that like wide open space and the ability to just be like, I'm running for ages and I'm not even, it was like being part of the world.
That horse scene, whenever you picked up the horse and started going around this land, used to be so amazing. And
oh, bro, it was great, wasn't it?
The explorationist experience, the way that the music tied you in every new location that you went. I mean, as soon as you went to the Garuda place where all the desert was, and the music sort of like gradually made you understand that you were in a completely different area. That's the kind of gaming, nostalgia that we want. That I think they don't make games like that anymore.
No, they don't. Because imagine if you were like, hey, we want to put a new race in our game. And they'd be like, okay, what's the race? It's like, yeah, it's Middle Eastern hot women. Okay. How does that work? That's never good. Imagine doing that. It's like you're the guy and you're doing the concepts and you're like, so what's this race about? Well, they're all extremely hot, muscular chicks. And they're only women. And they basically, they're thieves. And they're all Middle Eastern. All right, so the only Middle Eastern race, and they're all thieves. Yep, all of them. Gerudo, thieves. That's what they do. Oh, fuck, man. It's like Grok was a few days ago. Back in like, scary terror Grok. Man, it's a crazy world we live in. Like, I mean, these things were also innocent back in the day as well. Like, no one was thinking that doing that would be denigrating an entire race. They were thinking, what can we do that is interesting that people like in Japan and all the rest of the places have never seen or never heard of, to make this feel like you're in another world? How can we make that different, right? We don't understand now that it's very hard to make the people in the West feel like something is a different like a different space, because we've seen so much fantasy stuff and we've seen so much schlock turned out over the years. And of course, we all know the world, right? We all know now what kind of the Middle East is and like how culture is. And we learn so much about everyone else that it's really difficult to make something different that isn't just batshit. Because, I mean, what are you going to do? Give them pointed ears? They're fucking elves. I mean, we've had this since Tolkien. It's like, what, like 90 years or, 80 years of fucking elves now? Come on, man. And basically, elves just speak Irish anyway, which I think is quite hilarious. Imagine if all the elves had Paul's accent.
Get out of it now. Come on. That's them bollocks and flipping half-foots in the Rings of Power or something with their card fucking but Jesus, mysterious man. Are you going to save us from this other mysterious man?
We leprechauns. I think that's basically what they were. They were little leprechaun people. But yeah, no, the elves, if you look at the elf sort of stuff, they kind of based it on Irish, I think, which is fun. But yeah, how do we get from having such a rich gaming culture and all of this kind of crazy stuff and being part of this kind of like very technology focused driven set of people who are willing to break boundaries and do all of this, to releasing things like fucking Valeria and all of this attacking 15-year-olds on because they fudded you? Like, fucking grow a pair, man. Like,
well, interesting that you mentioned Valeria, because we have a newbie in the audience, Valania, which is almost like a cross between Valeria and the love of Donald Trump's life,
Valania.
So it's like Valania.
That sounds hot.
Come join us, Valania. What's your take?
It continues the non-misogynistic line. The account might be newbie, but it's actually behind the account. And just rumbling around, listening to you while we're actually having an event in our Discord ran by our main girl on the project that actually speaks for most of us. When it comes to public-facing things. So,
does she speak Elvish?
That's a good question. I'll have to double check.
Tell us the setting of Valania. Like, what is Valania? Where is it? Tell me about the lore. Lore me up, man.
You're asking me about the lore already? We just keep
the lore's the most important thing. I don't give a shit about your token. I give a shit about your name is Valania. Valania sounds like a place.
Any token, not any token. Like it's this time of the market when everybody's trying to pump something. And no, so I'm not gonna follow that line. But what I can tell you is like basically we're just building something around fantasy world where we want to intertwine gaming experiences, and we're building on Solana.
But I don't care about the Solana. What is Valania? Where is it? Like, what kind of country is it? Is it cold? Is it warm? Is it all the environments?
Bro, go Valania.com. You will see all the environments that we have. You
tell me.
Frozen. You can get your ass frozen. You can be burning with dragons and shit like that, or you can also get very.
Who's the big bad? Who's the big bad in Valania? Like, who's the big bad? Who's the bad guy?
The bad guy. It's the UX UI. That's the bad guy.
Fuck me. It sounds like you've actually made games before. That's hilarious.
We're getting shit in shape. So when I come back again, I'll tell you who's the real bad guy. But in the moment, I think it's the UX UI that's being improved by.
We're watching it now live on stream.
The little minions that are back there connecting to cables. And
I have to say, it does look pretty cool. It does look pretty cool. We're watching it now live on stream, seeing some of your videos. But I just want to know, like, that reminds me of there was a Chinese game where you had like a dragon and you had units and all of that kind of shit. Is this a town building game, or is this more of a battling game?
Mobile? You can own your heroes and start developing their either professions or have them go into quests and stuff and craft items or join one of the many guilds that are already living within the ecosystem. And you will be able to craft stuff that you will use in battle, obviously. And
why are we battling? Like,
we're battling for the sake of it. Why not? And that's the question.
It's the fucking law. Like, the first thing you should come out is like Valania. It was forged in.
Bro, there is no lore behind battles. It's just boys holding
Look,
Boys will be
look,
boys.
Warhammer 40k is a grim, dark future where everyone is constantly at war. Like the entire plot is we're all constantly at war. And that has fucking incels writing screeds like longer than War and Peace. This fucking thing, right? If you want Balania to stick in people's minds, you gotta tell me, like, you see Marketplace, Balania Realms. What the Realms
World
of Balania?
battling, world
Okay,
battling.
tell me.
Don't get
Tell me
too
the
deep.
realms.
Don't make it too philosophical. Boys will be
It's
boys.
not-
They
it's
will
not
battle.
philosophical.
Trolls will be trolls. Dragons will fly in
You've got
Spitfire.
dragons,
It's like,
man.
bro.
You got to get
You're
intern.
talking to nerds. Come on, we want the juicy stuff.
Intern. Come on,
But
bro.
listen, I can agree. A dragon looked at somebody's bird in a fast food joint,
Yes.
and this dashing hero in armor turned around and said, "Are you looking at my bird?" And the dragon goes roar and burns him, and then all the townsfolk rise up and fight the dragon. How about that?
That's a good one.
And the Smiths making new swords because they got broken, and yeah,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Fighting enemies that you don't know where you're fighting. Look, even Ring Fit Adventure has a bad guy, and I can name him. He's called Dragol, and he works out, and he has like two dumbbells, which are also crab warriors, and he's the Prince of Darkness, and he just wants to work out in peace without you fucking around with him. Like
You
that
really
starts
said
with the
Prince of
lore.
Darkness and had me thinking of Ozzy Osbourne straightforward, but
Yes,
Okay, for real.
Valania, thank you, man. Anytime I hear anybody thinking that they're the Prince of Darkness, it's fucking Ozzy.
you give me another
Yeah.
topic straightforward, bro.
Yeah, no, I was kind of sad that Black Sabbath reunited yet again, because I saw what was meant to be the last ever fucking original lineup of Black Sabbath 20 years ago at fucking MK Bowl, and I was like, come on, bros, you did this to me. You reunited for yet another. I thought you were all dead by now. Like, how did that manage to happen 20 years later since
I
the last
mean,
time they did that?
Oasis was getting a big market share, and then they said, "Okay, we gotta make some money before Ozzy died." That's it.
Sharon Osbourne needed another facelift.
Yeah.
And dude, Sharon Osbourne has another facelift. She's going to be carrying her facing around in a fucking trolley. I mean, seriously, it's like fucking Voldemort level now. We've got to the point where it's just like you shave it down to the bone, like one of those TikTok things where they put a tree and they put like just bats and then they turn it. I think that's kind of what she's going to be like, you know. It's all good. It's all good.
She hops on the stage, and instead of saying like "Hello, everybody," she's like "Habana Kadabra, everybody."
It's fucking hilarious, man. I mean, Sharon Osbourne. I am so surprised Ozzy Osbourne is still alive. Like,
wasn't
that
he
guy
like
must.
in a wheelchair? I saw him as like they to put him on stage. There was like a throne, and then they just like left him there, and he was like sitting.
Bless his little heart. He must be like fucking 80 or some shit, because he was old and bald when I saw him 20 years ago.
It's all the drugs coming back to him now.
I mean, I think he's fucking pickled. Like, seriously, if he didn't take those drugs, he'd have probably died at 60 like the rest of us are doomed to do. And that's why Gen Z
remind me
looks
of
so
that
old,
episode
because
of
they
The
look so
Simpsons
healthy.
where Mr. Burns goes to have a health checkup, and they said you have every single virus known to man, and that perfect balance does not fit in the door, and that keeps you alive. Oh, so I'm immortal? No, you're that close
Like,
to death.
even a small
All
breeze,
immortal.
even a small breeze could throw something out of balance, and you could die instantly. It's like crush you like a paper cup. Smithers. Man, they actually do have that. That's an actual term they use in the National Health Service of the UK. They call it a collapsed shed, where someone has like loads of different conditions that kind of fall together and somehow keep them alive. And I think this is why, Gen Z has got this, paranoia on TikTok and all the other places about getting old early and looking old. And they're also saying things like millennials look young and all of that shit. It's because we partied. We partied hard. We didn't go to the gym.
Loco.
Yeah, we didn't play fucking pickleball, whatever the fuck that shit is, and drink. What is it? They drink White Claw, play pickleball, smoke vapes, and now they all look like fucking. Like, this is when when your granddad had a picture of him at like 15, and he was wearing a suit, and was like a proper man, and had a beard and was smoking a cigarette. Like that's what Gen Z looks like, because they eat healthy and they act healthy, so they age like fuck. Millennials, children, just actual literal children in slowly decaying bodies. They take too much drugs and have way too much fun and very little regrets. That's how we roll.
The
That's how we
whole
roll.
opposite from Ozzy Osbourne. Well done. Just
Yes.
circle back.
Exactly. That's what we do. We like to circle back, Mr. I don't know my own law of Valania.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
shots are getting fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired in Valania. But who are we shooting at? Knows.
I would
Everyone.
shoot at,
I love it.
Shaolin.
Enemies, bro. Somewhere. It's vast world. Just go and do something. Oh, sorry. I can't click
Intern,
it
fam.
yet.
Something
It's
is
not
the
working yet.
key word.
Let me report this attack.
I'm gonna fucking find your Discord and open a ticket saying, "Tell me the fucking law, man." Next time you tell intern the law, give him a book.
Please do so. Please do so. I'll redirect you to the right Discord channel.
No, but your game looks fire, man. I'm just joshing with you because you actually have to know how to make games if you want to survive longer than 20 minutes past your token launch. So that's going to be good. It's going to be good. Learn about your game. Shao, save me from just assaulting the Gen Z intern. Yo, shit. Did we freeze?
No. It's I think Shao is having a mic problem. Are you there, Shao?
Oh no.
I think
Make him do a round.
Yeah.
Make him do a round. Kick him
So,
down.
while we get this opportunity to have a little reset, like, share, comment, and drop your favorite nostalgic games.
Yes,
We
and
wanna know.
we're going to tier list them. And we're going to tier list them.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
laugh at
amused
you.
myself. I was gonna tell you one that came straightforward. It was World's Scariest Police Chases. That was a good one. That was you were chasing the bad guys and shooting. See, there you go. That you get an enemy if you wanted an enemy. It could be a
That's not
cartel
for
or
your
something.
game, man, is it?
Bro, no. It's literally one that you were chasing the bad guys with a cop car. It was a good one.
Yes, that was a good one. Also, for those who are, I think you're
GTA.
probably about the same age as Virtua Cop. Does anyone remember Virtua Cop? It used to have arcade machines. That was so cool,
Or
man.
Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis. I think that was made by the same people.
Or the
It's
House
got-
of
that one
Dead.
with It's really good.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
Time Crisis.
Time Crisis.
Oh yeah,
man.
exactly.
Better.
That one too.
That was good. What about Time Splitters? Anyone remember Time Splitters?
Area
Back when
51.
multiplayer games made sense.
Area 51 was good too.
No, that is true.
I
There
remember
are
Time
miniature
Splitters
games.
2 being popular on the PlayStation 2 back in the day.
Oh man, that was legit my bag. Have some parties with the boys, put on the Time Splitters, smoke a lot of weed, enjoy life. That was good times. Good times, man. I want Web3 gaming to do that and make me rich at the same time. Can I not just have my childish dreams of playing extremely fun games and just getting loaded while I enjoy myself? How hard can it really be? Apparently impossible. And because we can't make the games good enough to get the people to stick in the games and play them. Because I guarantee you, if you had all of that kind of stuff in Time Splitters and all of those kind of things where you could actually sell things and do all of this, people would have loved that shit back in the day. I mean, it wouldn't have even had to been crypto. It could have been anything. I mean, people were playing RuneScape on the marketplace, selling accounts, gold, all of that shit. It's had an open economy for 25 years or some shit. And that's fine. World of Warcraft, the same. People sell accounts all the time. They sell the gold. It's literally got a marketplace. That has a market price,
Yeah,
over 10 years. It's like over a decade people have been doing that. Isn't that crazy? Like NFTs has been a thing before NFTs were a thing.
Exactly, man.
Well, if
how good?
NFTs, Counter-Strike, where it all started.
Mm-hmm.
Hellgate London was great as well for trading because you could actually just like people just like selling their flipping.
Holy shit! Did you just say Hellgate London?
Yeah. That was badass.
Wow. Yeah, I played the shit out of that game. I was an engineer and I loved like running backwards and shooting everything. I haven't met anybody that's played that game like ever because it was like out for what, like 6 months, and then they closed the damn servers. I was so mad. Like I had just started playing the melee character and was running around beating shit with the wiffle bat.
Oh yeah, I played it.
It was great fun, you know, and the whole modding system and everything, you know, and for your weapons and armor and shit was just really cool.
It was made by the same people that made Diablo 2 as Flagship Studios before it was disbanded.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah, we should-
Diablo.
Oh man, we should resurrect the old games and just, you know, like take all of the good shit from them. Because there were so many good mechanics, like so many good crafting systems, so many good things like that. And I'm really surprised, like, it's not hard. You have GPT now just because you don't believe in anything before you were born. Like, I mean, people younger than PlayStation 2s should be looking at games that were made before PlayStation 2 and round about the time, because that was, in my view, because I'm old and cranky,
the
golden era of gaming.
Listen.
It was golden era, man. Like Unreal Tournament 2004, the Horde mode and the fucking crazy insta-gibbing people. Like that was game that no one ever bitched about player liquidity. You could find like 10 psychopaths who are willing to jump around a room with 4 times gravity, like quadruple jump and then 0 gravity and insta-gib.
Monster kill.
That was fucking
Combo
cool, man.
breaker.
And the fucking sword, man. Oh, man.
I
That's
think
just too
that you just gave us such a Decker Kane moment when you started preaching, you know.
Right. I can't. I want to go back, man. I want to go back. I want to rewind the world to that point and then, you know, study those fucking games, man. Like, so good. Some of those mechanics, and it was just fun, right? Like
It
Time
was
Splitters, I don't know.
It was magical. It was.
Yeah.
You didn't need good graphics. To that at the time, it was amazing graphics, but you didn't need all that to drive your imagination. And
exactly. And they were pushing the fucking limits at the time. They were literally pushing the limits of everything that they could do. And like, I think Time Splitters, was it 2 or 3 at the sort of UGC build your own level shit, where you could literally sit there and make your own levels and play them. And it even had like some rudimentary scenario kind of crafting in there so that you could make like a single. It was insane, man. Oh, fuck me. Things like Age of Empires, Command and Conquer. Does everyone remember how good Command and Conquer was back in the day?
Red Alert, baby.
The nods against the what was the other one? But I mean, I always played
GDI.
I always played GDI, and amazing game. And another one that was
Red
of
Alert.
that era. Well, aside from Red Alert, also the Dune game, the Dune, you know, that was so good.
That was fucking good, man. I think we need to have a legacy crafting system thing where we just go to the blockchain and we just preserve all the craft. Like this stop killing games thing made me think about this is the literal perfect reason for on-chain gaming to exist. If there is a way that it could exist smoothly, that the entire thing is fucking decentralized and run on a protocol that's never going to end. And by using it, you are paying for it with the gas fees and stuff like that. That is fucking perfect. A game could exist there forever. Because a lot of these blockchains, with the good ones at least, are decentralized enough that you're not going to get rid of this shit. It's gonna act like a back-end server, and it's just pay to interact with it. It's always going to be there. It's always going to be in every single block that you can do this particular thing. And that's where I would just love to have the ability to play all of those games from a library and look at all of the insane amount of levels of detail in the crafting systems, the mechanics and all of that. Like, was it Time Crisis or which one? Shadow Hearts. Shadow Hearts had the wheel thing that you had to get the right timing on for different special moves. And fucking Sephiroth and fucking Mickey Mouse in the same game. And it still was a banger. I mean, what was that? That was Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts had Mickey and Sephiroth in the same game. Shadow Hearts was like the more serious version of it. Oh, man. How are we going to get to that, guys? How are we going to get to that? What do we have to do?
Drop some alpha. Where do you see the gaming industry in Web3 going from where it is now to where it should be to drive all the good players from Web2 to adopt it. Like you did something very important right now, which we can, discuss a little bit more, and that's, the new movement that's like let's not kill the games, and it's sparking a lot of
Stop killing games.
There is people saying no, developers shouldn't be obligated to doing that. But we think that they should at least retain the value that people invested into the
and the value they put into it themselves. I think like this is the thing that I look at. It's like I've made some clangers of games that I would like to bury in landfill, but at the same time, I think it's fantastic. We used to have, I don't know if anyone went, it was like game FAQs where people would make beautifully decorated ASCII art guides before video became a thing. I have no idea how people can consume so much video content and still actually maintain the ability to walk in a straight line, use public transport and do a job. Well, I guess they can't. But we used to have guides. We used to have every single person literally play the shit out of game until every single mechanic was known. And now people do that, and they do that even better than we did back in the day, and they film it. And I actually think that Gen Z is probably the best generation of gamers in terms of raw skill. They fucking kick our asses. Like the things that they can do with fucking Minecraft, you would not believe. Like the abilities, like they even have the feather thing with the mouse. They invented a new form of fucking clicking, guys, that we don't even know how to do with the butterfly. We were just like, oh, we got a rollerball mouse. We're elite, man. And that's why our heads explode every time we jump into one of those fucking off the grid games because we're terrible versus these guys. But the point I'm rambling around is that stop killing games could be our moment. Like it could be our moment to preserve things in a way that is interactable and self-service. Because the amount of good stuff that's come before deserves to live.
Could we chuck a few Phoenix Downs on some older games?
Yeah, we can. Let's resurrect all of the games, man. Let's bring all of the games back. Like I just want to be able to go to somewhere and hear "Hey girl" and enjoy my life and have that just always permanently somewhere that anyone can access as a digital artifact museum piece, like it should have been in the fucking metaverse, where you should have gone to the metaverse and every single piece of information in humanity, every single thing of digital fun should have been at your fucking fingertips. It shouldn't have been a dead fucking dirt mall. I can get that by just traveling to any Midwestern town and then going to a dilapidated car park somewhere.
I have it for you, man.
Man, I can only get so erect. But yeah, like we need good shit. But yeah, at the moment everyone's rocking the Uma Musume. Have you all heard of this? Do you know what it is? Uma Musume. It's the horse girl game where they've taken the most famous racehorses in Japanese racehorse history and they've turned them into, you guessed it, waifus. And that's whole thing now. And the waifus have the personalities of the actual real life historical horses. And recently the horses themselves have been trending, which has got the game trending itself. And that is one of the top grossing games in Japan. And now it's being picked up all over by streamers because it is fucking addictive. Because there's one horse called, I was like, Gold Ship or something. And the horse itself was just batshit. It had a terrible personality. It threw a race by just climbing up the inside of the thing. And therefore they recreated that personality in the cute girl version. And it also fucks around. I just think it's absolute insanity. And I'm down for it. I love it.
It's crazy. I was just over at a friend's house a couple weeks back, and they were playing one of these waifu games where it was all the appliances and stuff in the apartment all had their own personalities, and you had to unlock their personalities and date the fridge personality and the toaster personality.
Oh my God.
It was fucking insane when I was watching it.
Dude, do you remember the name of it?
I do not. I might be able to get it for you.
Anyone in the comments, put your favorite crazy waifu games in there. And if we get a list of waifu games, we're going to do a play test and we're actually going to play some waifu games at some point. I want to see, share this room We're going to do a waifu game tier list at some point if we get enough comments on this. And just generally, just fucking join us to rant about games, because the reason we do this is because we're basically here for you, for gamers. We're here to slap the intern of Valania and tell him to learn his fucking law because his game looks sick and we want him to succeed. Because we want all of the games to win. Because life is so much better when we're all winning. I want Valania to win. I want everyone to win. I want Soulbound. I want Soulforge. I want Lightning Forge. I want all of the games to win. Apart from Masks of the Void because they stole a name. No, I'm joking. I want them to win too. But yeah, it's one of these cool things that we get the opportunity to rebuild an industry from scratch. Not many people have that. Not many people get to be there at the ground zero, something completely different. And the funny thing is, even though they fucking hate us, a lot of us are doing it for the players. We just want to be able to do the same fun things. And I think when people say just make a good game or a fun game, and a lot of people say things like, oh yeah, so many good games have died. They weren't fucking good if they died, mate. That's the opposite definition of good. Like, a game that's good is something that still brings back memories 20 years after you played it, or even 30 years after you played it. Like, they need to be that level. Once you get a game it's that level, it's iconic. It's something that, even if it's a mobile game, that's something that you remember. I still remember when I first played Clash of Clans, and I was into strategy games like Age of Empires and stuff like that. And that was totally alien to me, just having this fixed little board. And I was pissed at it. I was really pissed. I was like, this is probably shit. And then it was just addictive, and it was simple. And it was like a nice mechanic, a nice loop. And then they get you with all of the grinding issue like that. But every time you play a new game and you get that experience, that's the special moment. It's like when you release a game to people, that is more exciting than fucking sending a token out. Actually seeing real players interacting with the shit that you poured your blood, sweat, and tears into is why we do this, right? It's the same reason why people make movies. It's to tell a story, to get that across to people, and then to see people enjoying this shit. We've got to never forget we're an entertainment industry, Like, we're in the entertainment biz. Show biz, Hollywood, jazz hands, code, all of that shit.
Yeah, it's like fine. We're here to bring back the secret sauce and the Colonel's chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
That one thing that keeps bringing you back to those tasty hot wings. I just had to keep throwing fast food reference again because it's in the title, and I like KFC.
I also like KFC. And it's like I could do with some popcorn chicken. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm gonna give you guys a very good example of what a community can do, and the things that we need to see more in Web3. Fallout. Look at Fallout. Some of these games are over almost 20 years old, and still you have modding community that they made Fallout London. You guys know about that. That took years, but a whole modding community that stood behind an idea and they recreated something because they loved that game. They believed in that game. And this is the power of Web3 at play. If we had games that we were able to own ourselves, build ourselves, and actually share that ownership with the community that is playing it, and no longer allowing, once the game is out, yes, the developers will get, their royalties forever. But at the same time, they allow the players to be participating into the way that the game develops and plays and gets hosted on servers, so it's everlasting. It's a new perspective, and I think blockchain will usher that. As soon as we can really share that message with the masses, because right now, there's a lot of friction because of wrongdoers, like Ubisoft trying to launch tokens inside of their game and completely rug the community. Everybody's salty about it. They don't want that because they see these big conglomerates trying to just milk them dry, and we need to bring back
exactly. And it's not as if the French can't make games. Look at Expedition 33. That is the proof that the French
Ubisoft developers
They must have
They
hated
went in the
Ubisoft
bin.
so much. They must have hated them so much. Like, we need games born out of hatred. Like, you know, like Ethereum was born out of annoyance with World of Warcraft. We need to make a game out of annoyance with Ethereum. Like, we need some hate gaming to come back in there, man. Like, there is so many things. There are so many stories left to tell. There are so many things left to do. Marcello, what you thinking, man?
Yeah, just to build off of Arrow's point, yeah, totally agree. And I think that the very nature of Web3 gives us the tools and the ability to build off of and to recreate and to do new stuff and to mod or to fork or to try new avenues, right? And I think that we've already seen that with some of the examples that were just mentioned, but like even games like Dota, which literally came or was inspired by like a Warcraft 3 mod, which then came to be a genre like MOBA, and then you have titles like League of Legends that came out of that. So yeah, I'm totally for that, and I think I'm really curious where this goes with AI, because I think we'll have bigger tools and we could try bigger stuff. At the same time, I think this ties in really well with the title. You know, if Web3 games were fast food chains, I think with AI we're also going to see a lot of garbage, and people are going to be pumping out pretty much anything, right? With the tools that we're going to have, but at the same time, I think some individuals that really apply themselves and get creative, we're probably going to see some games that we've never seen before, and maybe even some new genres come out of that. So yeah, just wanted to add to that. I think it's exciting what could come out of this, and yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, same, man. I can't wait to see what comes out of this. Like, I'm in the space, the tech. It's like bit like being in porn for the storyline. That's what it feels like. That's literally what it feels like. It literally feels like you're a guy who said, I read Playboy for the articles, when you're actually trying to make good games in Web3. That is what we do. We're here reading Playboy for the articles. That's us in Warp making all of these fucking fantastic games. I want people to be able to play these games and to keep coming back and playing them, and to, you know, it's not about making a living playing games, but it's about having a hobby that has the same value as when you collect Pokemon cards. It's about having a hobby that has the same value that you can sell out of when you need to, like your Magic the Gathering collection or whatever, as long as the foils haven't turned into fucking Pringles. But it's that sort of thing. It's like having that ability to make this. It's entertainment. It's a hobby, but it can also move you. It can also do things like having your memories of that hobby around you without having to keep the physical shit. Like, I mean, I remember people used to pride themselves on those collections of games, and you'd literally see them all ranked up like books. Like, I have barely any physical copies of games anymore. Most of them are all like downloaded, or like the few ones I have, I'm surprised when it's like, can you put the card in? I'm like, huh? What's this message? I got to interact with another piece of tech in the thing? Why do I have to do that? Do you remember you used to have to like buy memory cards and bolt shit on and do all of this kind of stuff? Like, the thing is, in Web3, I see so much promise of people trying to do exciting things, like people trying to make consoles, people trying to make fucking Steam Decks, people trying to do all of this kind of crazy shit. But we're nowhere without the fucking games. Like, we want to get the magic of the games, the kind of things that make you go, holy shit. Like, the first time in Tomb Raider, when you see the fucking T-Rex, man, like, I shit my fucking pants almost in that game when I was just like climbing over, looking at the pixel ass, running through this really fucking dark jungle, and all of a sudden I'm legging it from this gigantic fucking beast. I mean, seriously, man, like, we need moments. Like, gaming is built around moments. Like, everything, even streamable content, everything now is built around those key frames. We used to do this in level design. Like, when you would come out of tight level, and then there would be that vista, and then that would show you like the beacon where you want to go. One of the best games to do this is Journey. And Journey is a fantastic game. You can constantly see where you're heading. You're heading to that game. I won't spoil it for you, but you'll die.
You
But
know, you just reminded me of something. Like if you played Quake 1 and those series of games at the very beginning, you used to be able to build your own levels. And like we used to play competitive against each other. Used to have LAN parties, and I have friends that used to like meticulously put together the levels, put the lighting, create environments, and we used to like name our own maps. you didn't
Yep.
have, downloadability of maps. You just like build it yourself, and like the weekend we would meet up and play the map that a friend made, and we like face each other like on a deathmatch roster. That used to be the time when true creativity used to shine. We don't have
Indeed,
it that much right now
You
because
literally made me think of Shadow of the Colossus, right? Literally when you're
Oh
there.
god, yeah, I fucking love that game. Shadow of the Colossus, Ico as well. Ico.
And then
I
it's
still
a
remember that.
great one.
When you first come out of that, like that first area, and you get to see that was cool. What about Halo? Halo 1, when you first see the ring, like you've got to like roll. It's so cool. It's literally one of the defining moments of like modern gaming. That is actually what actually put Microsoft on the map for gaming in so many ways. Just that whole like that first thing where you see the ring and you're like, it's fucking cool. And then it just became known as the game where you jump around following each other and shooting each other in the ass all the time because there are no defendable places by design. I mean, it's just, there are so many cool things about games, and there's so much craft that we can do in games, and there's so much love that we can bring to this. And look, if we're entertainment industry, we're all here to make people smile. We're here to make people feel things, like even if it's frustration. Like I get a secret delight from people saying your game is fucking impossible, man. I'm like, yes, it is, and it's intended to be that way. And you keep coming back for more. Like it's really fucking fun. And we need to find that love, like the love of actually building stuff. I mean, to me, like when you see like hardened devs on a hackathon, like just macking out some crazy ass ideas, and then coming up with something that turns into, like you were saying earlier, the mods that turn into full-on game genres. Things like battle royale. Like I keep thinking, as long as I'm as old as I get, we've run out of genres. We've run out of genres. And then something new comes out, like the fucking Among Us, which was the first of its kind, sort of like taking those kind of card games where you betray each other and then just making it into a whole fucking experience. But yeah, man.
Like talking about Halo real quick, like
Hmm.
one of the cool things that I remember about Halo wasn't, I mean, I was a massive fan of the multiplayer mode, and Halo 3 is probably my favorite game of all time, right? Not the campaign, but actually
fucking
multiplayer.
banger.
But oh my God, it's crazy, right? But the ability to go in after you finish the game or a few matches back and actually create videos of your gameplay or like crazy headshots so you can make compilations and things like that. That was like before people were really, really streaming, obviously. But being able to go in and share what you were doing with everybody, oh my God, it was so sick. And then
do you remember, was it Red and Blue, the Halo characters, the whole like entertainment shit with those guys?
Oh yeah,
Do you remember?
totally. Well, I mean, and the cool thing about Halo now is that like they've literally, the community, what is it, Halo 3 Sunrise, where after they sunset, the multiplayer servers in 2022, people went in and I don't know all the details about it, but you can actually go in and there are multiplayer games that are being hosted by these people that have modded 360s. And you don't have to have a modded console. You can go in and join the Discord and you can play with other people that are hosting the game. I feel like at some point we're going to have people that are going back to the OG Web3 games that were really adopted and doing that, but we're nowhere near that point right now. I don't know if there's been any games good enough to do that with, or that I can see that even happening with.
Not at the moment, man. Not at the moment. I still think, like to stop killing games. This just reminds me of like why we should exist. This should have been our fucking moment, man. This should have been the moment when we can say we will keep your hobby alive even after it's dead to everyone else. Like your memories, your stuff, you own it. Like it's not about ownership as in the possessive value of this bullshit. It's like, this is my life. This is the things I've dedicated. Like all the times that your mum came in on you and was like, what the fuck are you doing playing F-Zero X? It's 3 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, I just got to get this race money. And you're just jonesing on the controller. It's like those things, those memories, those achievements that it's not about seeing like, oh, I platinum this game. It's about seeing something where your memory is interacting in a digital space that you've spent so much of your fucking youth inside is worth it. And it's even if it's only fucking worth it to you, it's like part of our lives that we have lived and lost. And we have photos of basically everything now. I can guarantee you, I've got so many photos on my phone of my kid that like I could literally see her entire life growing up if I wanted to. But do I look at those photos? No, I fucking don't, because I can continue making more memories. And it's the things I look back on and say, like, wouldn't it be good to play that? Or wouldn't it be good? Because I remember that fucking level, man. Like that fucking level in Halo. I have been shot so many fucking times in that building. You know, like that's all of those fucking moments. We could preserve them. We could have been the people who were like, fuck this, you pay and you play. And that's, you want to build this world? You can do it. Fuck it. Why not have the Halo vehicles in another game? And we should have been fucking hacking this shit together, you know? We should have been making these games and fucking cutting them up and fucking pasting the shit, because we don't give a shit about copying stuff, apparently. But this is not what we've done. We've taken this bullshit commercialized view of like, we have to do this to make the biggest fucking thing possible. And then we bail on it, right? Like, there's so much stuff that we could be doing. And like, that's why we're here. This is literally why we're building Warp, so that we can, as a network of decentralized publishers, literally come together and start hacking these memories back and building up games that people give a fuck about. And this is really what I want. I want indie games to live. And people like indie games because they're indie, because they think it's more cared for. I mean, a lot of indie game studios are just broke fucking game developers making the best game they can, right? But if you look at something like Hollow Knight, right? Hollow Knight is fucking fantastic. It's a beautiful fucking game. And they've got shit from their community because they haven't released Silksong. And like, Silksong is going to be a fucking beautiful game. And it's literally the reason why I've gone through about 5 fucking Switch pads playing this shit, because they have one of the hardest levels I've ever seen. It's a Hollow Knight, it's the something path. I wonder if I can find that. But yeah, you've got to see that. It's like, you have to be almost a speed runner for it. It's like, what's it called? Path of Pain. Yeah. And like, put that on the stream, bro. Path of Pain is fucking horrific. But look at this. This is exactly like, what is it? Castlevania. It's a fucking Castlevania game, man. Castlevania was a genre. It was a thing. It was a fucking really good things, man. We don't make Castlevanias. We don't make Metroidvanias. Like, there's
Legacy of
genres.
Kain, man.
Just make fucking better ones then, you know? Make fucking good Web3 ones that I actually want to remember, you know? I mean, I think these guys are French as well. You can probably tell.
Yeah, the style is definitely somewhere there.
Yeah, no, but I mean, this is a fucking, it's adorable, it's cute, it's creepy, it's like a Labubu made into a game. And it's like, we need more of this shit. We need more people who care about the craft. We need more games who are willing to take the fucking risk to do something that not everyone likes. And take the risk in the art. Like, there's so many people. Like, it's sad that this space outsources 99 point fucking whatever % of its art. We have the tools, we have the people, we have like so many good contacts in this industry. So many of these Web3 people. There we go. That was a powerful pain, I think, on the last bit. But we have the ability to get the literal best people in gaming together, and to resurrect this shit and to bring it back. And fuck it, if it takes a token, if it whatever, to get this back. I remember that Abe's Odyssey was fucking, that was banging, man. Yeah. What other games move you to your soul, aside from Final Fantasy VII? Donkey, what's your thoughts?
Dude, Fable, absolutely. Like, Fable resurrects so many feelings.
Oh yeah.
And so many emotions.
Oh
like,
my God, yes.
That was the first game I ever played where, like, it wasn't linear. You know, you actually had the ability to choose the path you would take. And I was a good kid. I wasn't a hellion, right? So initially I took the good path, and I ended up with the sword. I can't remember what it was called, that sword of or aeons or something. But then, you know, obviously you go back and replay the paths. And at that time, you know, obviously now there are games that like have ridiculously expansive maps, open world. But back then, that was really unique, right? You could do whatever you wanted to in the game, and you never knew what to expect, aside from going and looking at game guides, or going to and picking up one of the magazines from the store and looking through the walkthroughs and things like that. But no, I mean, and I think like the Fable 4 is due to release next year, but I've heard rumors that it's going to be more linear. There have been a lot of people bitching and
There
moaning
is no
about it for
longer the
whatever
same
reason.
studio behind it.
Yeah,
No.
it's Lionhead's not behind it anymore. I think it's like
I mean,
Playground.
Peter Molyneux. Yeah, he's not in it.
Well, I
He's
mean,
gone
that's probably
from
a
the
good thing.
industry. I have not seen a game by him or Rare
It's like-
Software.
It's like,
even Rare Software was sacked.
yep. I mean, he did Black and White, which was still a pretty fucking decent game. But it never, I think he did the same thing as No Man's Sky. He basically overpromised the living shit out of everything, and then had to rebuild his reputation from scratch. And fucking No Man's Sky is a good game now. That is a really good game. And it's like when I see these things about like Fable and all of these kind of things, and I'm thinking, in Web3, we could do so many cool things with like fucking story and NFTs that tell you the lore, that you open them up and you actually have to like do a smart contract with someone else to get 2 pieces of that lore. And then just you two know about this secret that's going to be in a map in a game that's coming out. Like there are so many fucking cool things we can do, you know? There are like amazing different things that we can do with the ability to split up and change the nature of the games based on this kind of permanence as well, you know, like to reiterate and redo the worlds and keep the previous states on the chain so that we can literally rewind time in a simulation game. Like these are the fucking things I want to do. I want to see a fucking Death Star crash into another one. You know, I want to see that shit and be able to replay it because we have a permanent fucking digital record of that happening. And I want to see the money burn like in Eve when things, you know, you blow up 10K's worth of ships. Like that shit, man. That is the shit. You see, No Man's Sky, it's fucking good, man. It's good.
It took a while, but
it took a
having
while.
that sort of consistency of developers that like really believe in their project and stand behind it, and without asking any money from the player base, they just constantly deliver content, improve it. And it went from being a small studio to a gigantic, AAA studio now. They're building a new game that's gonna be even better. Where I think you're gonna have a whole planet that you can explore.
I mean,
and it's gonna be tied into fantasy.
Exactly, but just look at that exact scene. That exact scene was what was being sold to me by the videos in Illuvium. Like this was what Illuvium was trying to sell, you know, like exploring, finding cool fucking creatures and all of this. But it was so fucking empty and soulless, probably because they had to do it early, probably because they had no fucking business running a game studio, that they never had any idea about this shit. Like things start from a nucleus of something small and fucking good, and build up like that. Like you don't build a game like the same way Frankenstein built his fucking monster. You don't just take all the random parts of shit and assemble it backwards and then fucking hope the lightning will strike it, because it fucking doesn't. You have to like create the seed of this. And that is, you. Of course you can assemble things out of different things. Of course you can patch stuff together. Of course you can build it. But you have to do it with care and a love that when this stands up, your world, your thing that you have to project has to be believed by another person. They can't fucking laugh at you. You can't laugh at your players. If you make a funny game, you laugh with them. But if you laugh at them, you lose them completely. If you make them feel stupid or small for believing in your world or for remembering your characters' names, you do not deserve a place as a founder. If you look down
look
on
at the
people,
Gala guy. He did that,
like
right?
fuck that guy with a fucking pineapple sideways. Like seriously, that guy needs to be fucking smacked upside the head. I'm not going to do. You're serious? No, I mean, I'm not going to fucking karate combat.
Little Nicky scene when there's
Exactly.
the devil that takes the pineapple and he's like turning it
Not
around
that one.
this way.
The big one.
You guys are old like me, making references that I understand. Yeah,
it's good, man. Like all of these references are older than half the space, but we got so many fucking game players in the space. So many people who played so many of these fucking amazing games and wanted to, and it's soaked into their fucking skin. You can see it in the content. You can see it in the threads they write. You can see it in the hope that they have for these games. The problem is, because they haven't been on the inside, they don't know how fucking destined to fail 95% of these fucking things are. Like, I saw there was someone doing a 2024 tier list of games and shit, and I was looking at them. September 2024, I didn't rate fucking barely any of them, and most of them are fucking dead, and they would be dead because they've no fucking chance, man. And it's sad because, like, I see the dream in that. I see the good. It's not just that they paid fucking costs to fuel them. Like, They pay people to believe in that dream, and that dream needs to fucking have some fucking legs. And founders have been getting a lot of shit recently in the space, and well deserved. I mean, we need to fucking nuke the space with fire, and then out of the ashes, the little green shoots of nice shit should come through. Right, Valana? Have you found out your law yet? Do you know who your big bad is? Valania.
You're gonna tell you that now.
Dude, you have your
Waiting for
fucking white
months,
paper or some
brother.
shit.
You're gonna be waiting for months to hear from my mouth.
Oh, come on, man. At least tell me, like, why Valania exists. Who's the creator of Valania? Like, the world, not the dev. Like, any law?
No,
Oh, fuck it, man.
I won't tell you a dime. I'm gonna get you go and create a ticket on Discord. You said you would do so, so go ahead.
I'm losing interest now. Soulforce Fusion. Tell me some law.
Hey guys, sorry, I gotta run.
No worries. We're gonna wrap up.
Things I gotta go do. But I wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you. You're all amazing people, and
appreciate you too.
Remember, this is Crimson Caravan reminding you to remember you're nobody until somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you.
I love you too, Crimson. It's always so hot that you say that.
And love you, Crimson.
It's been too long since we've had a bit of Crimson love in our spaces. I feel all gooey and melty now.
It's so good.
We
I'm
needed
still
that
talking
little
about
bit
gooey and
of
melting.
closure. We needed that love for closure, guys.
We do. And Balania, you need to find out the fucking lore of your game. I love your little Gen Z intern ass. We are going to fucking end this space. It's been amazing. It's been fantastic. Let's bring back the love. Let's bring back the lore. Let's bring back the crazy. And let's stop killing games, man, and start making a new fucking empire of fun. Because we're an entertainment industry. Be entertained. Peace out, brothers.